Welcome back to Farm and Sugar. We have a lot going on this week. Not only is it back to school, but we have some new additions on the farm. We also need to bake some snacks and treats for like the morning and the afternoon, for before school and after school. We need to get our workout in. We need to clean the gym, and I also need to show you our new additions. So let's get into it. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and knock our workout out for the day just because I have so much other stuff to get done. I don't wanna start doing another project or cleaning or baking and have to stop to work out. So let's go ahead and knock out a quick shoulder day. And then you can probably already hear the little peeps in the background, but they're not just any peeps. And I'll tell you about those after our workout. So let's go ahead and start some shoulders. Can't start a workout without one of these. like a deep clean. This is kind of just like a little maintenance clean, like the sweat or the dogs. I'll do a deep clean some other time, but right now, this will do it. Dirt to blow back in here or to get more bugs or flies in here. So now I will show you our new additions and I'm really excited. You probably hear them in the background, little like peeping and all kinds of little noises they're making. So I got a few different varieties in here besides just chickens. I did catch some Brahmas and olive eggers on sale at Tractor Supply, so I picked those up. They were literally like clearanced out just because they had so many and they were getting another shipment in, so I couldn't turn those down. But that's not just our main thing. We also got, we have 7 guineas in here and 6 turkeys, 7 turkeys. 7 turkeys in here. We have one older girl out there. She's about maybe 4 or 5 months, but these are about a week old. So we have these little turkey babies. They're so cute. They're like bourbon reds, heritage turkeys, so they're not meat birds. We have this one. These will probably be, I think, the white Hollands. Little white Hollands. We don't know what anybody is just yet. I wish I would have got more of this one, but we only have one. And look, I think this one's the Black Spanish heritage turkey. So I'm hoping this one's a tom, but we'll see. So freaking cute. He's so cute. And then look at this little guinea baby. This is the little gray one. A little gray one. About a week old. And then we have our older guineas. They're probably closer to 2 weeks old. They were clearanced out just because they were already a week old at Royal King. So we got a few of these little watchdogs. You can hear them sing. Here's one of the Brahmas. I love the Brahmas, they're so cute. So yeah, these are our new additions, and I'm hoping, keep them inside for a couple weeks and then we'll move them outside to a coop. I don't know if we're going to integrate them with our layer coop or if we're going to maybe get them their own coop. We haven't really quite decided just yet, just because we have a few of them. They will have a coop, but they will free range as well during the day, and then they'll train with the chickens to go back up at night and the guineas, so we'll see how it goes. I really need to get this mirror hung up instead of just the floor. Maybe that'll be a task for this weekend. eggs. And that's great because we're getting ready to bake, and we can use these fresh eggs for our lemon bars and our chocolate chip banana muffins. So, can't beat it. Alright, so we lost power for about an hour. During that time, I went ahead and cleaned up our bathrooms, and now we're going to get right into baking. Today we're going to do some lemon bars and some chocolate chip banana muffins. That way the kids and everybody has something for breakfast and after school. And I really want to try the lemon bars, so let's start baking these because I really want to try these. So I'm going to go ahead and soften the cup of butter, which is 2 sticks. I do unsalted butter just because I like it just a little bit better. So let's go ahead and soften that up. And then while that is going and getting soft, we'll go ahead and do the rest of it. We'll get that ready, which is the sugar. So we're gonna need 1/2 cup of granulated sugar. So we'll go ahead and grab this. Using a spoon because I do not want to dump this and make a mess everywhere. So remember, with baking, measure, measure, measure. I have my recipe on the phone, so that's why I keep looking at my phone. So. Let's soften that just a little bit more. Okay, all right, so our butter is softened, and we're gonna go ahead and throw that in the KitchenAid. And remember, softened butter is not melted butter. Okay, then we'll put our 1/2 cup of sugar in. And we're just going to cream that together until it's light and fluffy. While that is going, I'm going to go ahead and get the flour started. We need 2 cups of flour. And then 1/4 teaspoon of salt. I don't really measure my salt, so I just do like a pinch. So let's go ahead and get our flour. Recording. Whoops. All right. So I restocked my flour. We're gonna do 2 cups of this. So let's go ahead, turn this back on slow. You're gonna gradually add in your flour. I'm going to go ahead and do a little bit of salt. Now, if you did salted butter, then don't add the sugar or the salt in that time. You just leave it out. So let's go ahead and get our 2nd cup of flour. And you want the crust to look kind of crummy. So that's what we are going for in the consistency with this. So sugar jar. Oh, we're starting to look really crummy there. I'm gonna grab some parchment paper because easy cleanup. All right, you know the drill. Sprinkle it up. Sprinkling it up just helps form it to the bowl a little bit better. And it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, so we already turned our oven on to 350. Now we're gonna take this out. I love my KitchenAid. I probably use it at least once a week, like at least. Let's get all these little pieces off the whisk. Let me get a spatula. Just scrape all that off the sides. And then we're just gonna put this all in the bottom of the pan, and you can do this as thick or as thin as you would like. I like mine to be a tad thicker just because I like a good crust under the lemon bars. So let's dump this one in. All that out. And then you're going to use your hands and you're just going to press this out into the bottom. Nice. Make sure you're getting it all even, spread out on the bottom of the pan. You can build up the sides a little if you like. Our oven is ready. Getting those corners nice and good because we do not want any of the filling to come out. Not at all. So I'm going to take this and kind of just smash down the top. A little bit more, making sure it's all even. Still have a little bit in the middle I want to work out. There we go. All right, so this is what mine is gonna look like. And then we're gonna pop this into the oven at 350 for 15 to 20 minutes, just until it like cooks a little bit. And then we want it to be lightly golden. So let's go ahead and put this in and then we'll work on the filling. Hey Siri, set timer for 15 minutes. All right, so I set a timer that way, and I did it at the lower end so I can check, because you never know with your oven. If you know your oven, you do, but we're gonna just start with 15 minutes and see how that goes. All right, so we pulled the crust out after about 22 minutes. Mine took a little bit slower to get to that nice little golden brown. So now we pulled it out, it's cooling over there. You don't want it to cool too long, but you want it to let it cool slightly. So now let's make our filling for the top of it. So we're just gonna put 4 eggs in. And then we're gonna beat those until they're nice and frothy. In reels while I do this. It took me so many lemons. For some reason, to get a cup of lemon juice, it took forever. I think I used 6 lemons to get a cup of lemon juice. So I just must not have ripe ones or something, but that was not fun at all. Also I have a strainer because I got some down in there. So I'm gonna have to use that so we can get some of the lemon seeds out. Let's speed this up just a little bit. So put it on low, and then now we're gonna add our 1.5 cups of sugar. There's the first cup, and now the 1/2 cup. Get that nice and incorporated. And then we'll add our flour, lemon zest, and lemon juice. Let's add our flour. If you need to scrape down the sides of the bowl, go ahead and do that too. That way all the ingredients are getting incorporated together. I need to do that. Our lemon juice in. And now our lemon zest of 2 lemons. Get that all mixed together. And you want to whisk this until it's nice and smooth. It's looking that way now. We're going to go ahead and bring our crust over. Just pour it right over top. I'm gonna make sure everything is pulled down on the sides here. Sometimes the whisk and doesn't just get some of the little chunks on the bottom, and I want to make sure everything is nice, smooth, and incorporated. It smells like lemon so much in here. really hope I did a big enough pan. I think so. All right, so now we're just going to place this over the top. She's gonna be thick. Hope I have enough room. Oh, I should. Definitely. She's gonna be perfect. Get everything in there. Beautiful. Now we're gonna be careful not to spill our lemon because that'll happen on these. And then we're gonna put these right back in the oven for 20 to 25 minutes. I'm gonna start with 20 and we'll see how it goes from there. And then we can start our muffins next. Oh, so careful. Ooh. It actually didn't hurt that bad. All right, it's 2:15, so hey Siri, set timer for 20 minutes. While that's in there, I'm gonna clean this up and then we'll start the chocolate chip banana muffins. Our lemon bars look and smell so good. So let's go ahead and start mixing up the chocolate chip banana muffins. And with that, we're gonna need 2 cups of flour. I'm gonna do a pinch of salt. And then we're gonna do half a teaspoon of baking soda. And then we're just gonna whisk this together. Set that aside. We already did our 1 stick of melted butter, which is half a cup. We're gonna whisk that around a little bit, just because sometimes it just sits there. And then while we're doing that, we're gonna add half a cup of the sugar. That nice and incorporated. And then 1/4 a cup of packed brown sugar. Mix that in. We don't really need the KitchenAid for this one. It's super simple, just a couple bowls. We'll throw them right in the dishwasher, but since we have to mix the wet and dry separately and then combined, this is just a little bit easier. So once this is all incorporated, we're gonna add in 2 eggs, 1 at a time. One. And the second one. That mixed together. Then we're gonna add in a tablespoon of vanilla extract. I never measure this one. Might have been a little much there, but hey, can never have too much of vanilla extract now, can we? Maybe. All right, so get that mixed together. And now we're gonna add in the mashed banana, and I used 3 of these. I used a potato masher to mash these because my masher was already down. So let's go ahead, since this one's a bigger bowl, let's go ahead and put these, our sugar and butters, into the bananas, and we'll get that mixed around. Get everything in there, get all of it. Straight in the dishwasher. Right. Mix that in. Should start to look something like this. Try not to spill it. Like chunky. I'm gonna check on our lemon bars. All right, so they're still a little bit jiggly, so we're gonna give it probably about 5 more minutes and then we'll check it again. All right, so let's go ahead and add our dry ingredients slowly into the wet ingredients. The house is gonna smell like lemon, chocolate, and bananas. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I'm thinking next video we're gonna do either cake pops or a cookie cake. I can't decide. You guys let me know down below which one you will prefer to see, the cookie cake or cake pops. And we can go in depth on that one with like recipes. So let's do that. Let me know which one, cake pops or cookie cake. Keep mixing. Dump the rest of that in there. All right, let's get this all incorporated together. It's almost fall too, so I need to maybe do some fall recipes. Start with the pumpkin and apple. There's so many options. So many options we can do. It's endless. Get some of this out of my whisk here. Some of the flour's holding in there. Right, and once this is all incorporated, we can go ahead and grab the spatula, straight in the dishwasher. Pull down everything from the sides because you don't want to waste anything. Now, you can measure if you want for this next part, but I'm not. Chocolate chip time. And you can kind of use whatever variety you want to use. I'm just going straight chocolate since it's chocolate chip banana. If you really want to measure, you do about a cup. I'm not. Whatever looks good. And obviously, you gotta eat one. All right, so you're just folding these in. You don't really want to mix it because you don't want to over mix. So kind of just lightly fold those in. And this is what mine is going to look like. And then we'll get these divided up into our muffin tins here. And I like to use an ice cream scoop. So that way, just makes it a little bit easier. I'm doing one each because I don't want these too big because my son, like I said, he may eat them for the morning or like afternoon snack. So I don't want them to be crazy big. Get these all scooped up here. And once we do, then we'll check our lemon bars. The lemon bars are mostly for me. Almost made donuts today. Probably should have. Maybe I'll do that too. Maybe like a short or something. I can do donuts. It's gonna take 2 of these. Perfect. Right, let's check. Still a little bit liquidy. So we'll give that some time, and then we'll get our oven up to 375 because right now it's on 350. We'll get it up to 375 and then we'll bake these for 15 to 20 minutes and I'll see you when they're baked. All right, so our muffins are completely done. They smell so good and I cannot wait to try these later. And then we have our lemon bars. Like, look at this. Does that not look so good? I'm leaving it in here to cool for a couple hours, just because you gotta like let it chill completely for it to set up. So I'll probably pop it in the freezer for a little bit and then I'll take it out and cut it and I'll show you guys what it looks like. But this one, I cannot wait to try it at all. So that is gonna do it for this week at Farm and Sugar. And again, my name is Allie, and don't forget to subscribe and like and drop a comment down below on what you want me to bake next week, whether it's a cookie cake or cake pops, and we'll get into it, the recipe, all of that. And we'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.